This is a wonderful reunion. Sandra and I have known each other for many years, muchos años. Sandra Cisneros is someone who might as well have a motto on all of her serapes that says, open your heart. She opened mine. I didn't know how to do it by myself, and I've never stopped thanking her for it. It really was my introduction to feeling. This book is your most recent. It's called Have You Seen Marie? And when I opened it up, I thought it was a children's book, because every page has a picture on it, a picture book. And the first thing that it says in the afterwards is that you didn't think of it as a children's book. Tell me why.
Well, it was a short story, and it was supposed to be part of the next collection of short stories, but when I would read it, I would notice that the room would get very quiet. And I could see, usually I like to see my audience, and I can see their faces, and I could tell that it was doing its medicine from the way that people's eyes would flood. And I knew who really needed to be held gently after the reading, or talked to, or hugged, and that story was doing some very important medicine for a lot of pain that was in the room. So I thought, well, I think this needs to be its own little book, not a short story in a collection. It needs to be its own little book. That way you could give it to somebody who has had a death, or whose heart is open from a death, because I really do believe when we are in luto and in mourning, that our heart is cracked open and is open the way that an artist's heart is open. And I kept saying this isn't for children, but every time I read it, children would stay till the end. It's a long story, it's a performance, and children would stay till the end and wait in line and talk to me. So I started saying, well, maybe it's not for children, but it includes children. Maybe the book, like a lot of my work, crosses borders of who it's for. The children are very concerned with the last page and whether the cat gets found, and the adults take something else from it. And I think it's a story for everybody.
It's interesting because it is a book about healing, and you, or at least the Sandra character, is healing from the death of her mother.
I feel that there should be something to help people to understand how fragile you are in that state.